Tonight on WSLS 10 at 7, police say illegal tattooing in Pulaski County is creating a public health concern.
What you need to know to stay safe, that and more next.
Covering all of Southwest, Southside, and Central Virginia, WSLS 10 News at 7 starts right now.
Now at 7, staying safe this holiday weekend. Rising water levels are causing concern this Memorial Day. What experts are doing to keep people safe.
A man is in jail tonight after a string of burglaries in Roanoke County. How police say they caught the suspect.
We're very happy we've got our hands around some of the key players that we're concerned about.
Arrests continue following the deadly bombing in Manchester, England. The progress officials have made. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Lindsay Ward.
And I'm Dawn Jeffries. It was a beautiful day today, but things are gonna change.
Your weather authority is tracking the potential for strong storms this holiday weekend. We're going to check in with Storm Team 10 Chief Meteorologist Jeff Hanwich for the latest. Not what we want to hear.
No, but at least we enjoyed a beautiful day today. Today we had our fair share of sun. We were warm. It was breezy, arguably windy. That was the one fly in the ointment today, but overall a fantastic way to end the work week. Let's head on over though and show you our next weather maker, and it is a cold front, and it is situated north and west of us. A tornado watch box in effect for parts of Indiana and Illinois. That front is going to head a little bit closer to us on Saturday and pretty much stall out over the region as we head into Sunday. That front will be the catalyst to bring us scattered showers and thunderstorms for much of the holiday weekend. The severe weather threat does go up Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening. The main threats will be lightning, damaging wind, and large hail. I do think that these storms tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening may have even a better chance of producing large hail than they do damaging wind. Heavy rain will be in association with some storms, and while very low, the threat for tornado is not zero. There's so much instability in our atmosphere on Saturday, but the worst of the instability is where you see that purple color, extreme instability out across parts of Illinois, Missouri, Arkansas, and Texas. That's where we could have a severe weather outbreak come tomorrow. Memorial Day weekend, highs between 80 and 85. I do think probably the driest day over the 3-day holiday weekend will be Memorial Day itself, where the chance for rain will be at around 30 or 40%. Lindsay.
All right, thank you, Jeff. Well, boating is a way many people usually spend their time over the Memorial Day weekend, and the town of Buchanan is taking the extra steps for when and if you decide to get in the deep waters of the James River. WSLS 10's Arisha Jones tells us about a grant helping to accomplish just that.
With the water levels being so high here at the James River, the Twin River Outfitters here in Buchanan will be closed on what was supposed to be one of their busiest weekends. One by one, town officials hung up these life jackets to officially open their new life jacket loaner stand. A new grant from the CETO Foundation is helping them replenish life jackets for all to use. As one of the most popular sites for the Upper James River Water Trail, keeping people safe is first priority. John Mays with Twin River Outfitters rents boats to the public. Memorial Day weekend is usually their busiest time, but because of the high water levels at the James, they're encouraging people to stay out.
So we're not going to be open, so I'm not calling in my staff. So we'll actually be closed. There's no, all the boat landings are public, but so you really should only go on the river if you know what you're doing.
These life jackets are provided for free. They just ask that you return them at the end of the day. In Botetourt County, Arisha Jones, WSLS 10.
The Danville Police Department is working to keep people safe this Memorial Day weekend. WSLS 10's Culture Ranstad explains what they're doing as crime remains an ongoing concern.
Last summer, the police department used its school resource officers to increase the police presence in high crime areas. That effort was very successful. So with Memorial Day weekend now here and most kids now out of school for the summer, the police department is getting ready to begin that effort again. With kids out of school, there's an increased chance kids will get involved in crime, putting the safety of the city in jeopardy. That's why the department is being proactive.
In the time frames that the school resource officers have been directed towards that, we didn't have any of the activity that we had specifically put them there for.
Local organizations like the YMCA have lots of programs to keep kids occupied and off the streets.
There's no chance of them getting out there by themselves. They're doing constructive, fun stuff.
I also spoke to the Boys and Girls Club here in Danville. The club has a schedule that is specifically created for the summertime to give kids positive opportunities while they're out of school. For more information about that, head to our website, WSLS.com. In Danville, Colter Ranstad, WSLS 10.
Law enforcement agencies across the U.S. are coming together today to move over the national tweet-along tweet-along uses the hashtag MoveOver17 to remind drivers of move-over laws. With the number of drivers expected this Memorial Day weekend, police want to make sure safety is a priority. Virginia law says all drivers should move over a lane when a vehicle with flashing red, blue, or amber lights is on the side of the road. If you can't move over, be sure to slow down. State police say they are live tweeting from Interstate 81 and 64 in Augusta County.
New at 7, police need your help finding 2 scamming suspects in Campbell County. The sheriff's office says the men you see here on your screen are stopping at homes and offering to fix asphalt driveways for a small price. Now, once the job is finished, they drastically raise that price. Police say one victim was given a bill for $4,000. The suspects told the victim if he or she didn't pay, they would have their house taken away. If you have any information about this crime, call police. A Roanoke man is in jail after a string of burglaries at multiple businesses on Electric Road and Brambleton Avenue. 34-year-old Raphael McNamara Harvey is charged with multiple counts of breaking and entering, grand larceny, and credit card theft. Police say the arrests come after the story aired right here on WSLS 10. Officers received an anonymous tip identifying one of the men spotted in surveillance video. Detectives were also able to recover some of the stolen items. More than 10 businesses were targeted.
Police say illegal tattooing is a public health concern in Pulaski. State health officials say illegal tattooing infected some with hepatitis C. Police say if you got a tattoo from an unlicensed artist, especially someone in the Meadowview apartment area, call the Department of Health and get treatment. If you have information on unlicensed tattoo artists, call police.
New at 7, a federal judge tosses out 2 life sentences for a convicted D.C. sniper. The judge also ordered Virginia courts to hold a new sentence hearing for Lee Boyd Malvo. Malvo was 17 when he was arrested for a series of shootings that killed 10 people and hurt 3. The judge says Malvo is entitled to a new sentence hearing after the Supreme Court ruled mandatory life sentences for juveniles are unconstitutional. The head of the UK's National Counter-Terrorism Policing says they've made, quote, enormous progress into the investigation on Monday's bombing in England. NBC's Bill Neely has the details from Manchester.
Police here in Manchester made 1 more arrest this morning, and they've been searching a number of premises. 8 people now being questioned by the police, and the police saying those arrests are significant and the things that they have found in the searches are important.
We're very happy we've got our hands around some of the key players that we're concerned about. Let's say there's still a little bit more to do.
Meanwhile, security is being stepped up really across Britain, and there are concerns over a big sporting weekend here in the UK. Meanwhile, the US Secretary of State Rex Tillerson has been paying his own tribute here for his first visit to Britain. He signed a book of condolence, a very small gesture, but he also said America's hearts are broken over what has happened here.
And please know that all of America's prayers are with those who have lost loved ones and those that are injured for speedy recovery.
The carpet of flowers here in Manchester just growing all the time. The emotion here is still really quite raw, and the fears here of a second attack quite real. MI5, Britain's security agency, saying they have actually foiled 5 attacks, attempted attacks in the last 2 months. So the fear of some kind of copycat attack is quite real here. Back to you.
The investigation into the Trump campaign's alleged ties with Russia continues as Jared Kushner, the president's son-in-law, becomes a focus of the FBI investigation. Kushner is the only current member of the West Wing known to be under scrutiny. The presidential advisor is a person of interest in the investigation, but is not suspected of crime. He does, however, likely have important information relating to the investigation. Last year, Kushner met with the Russian ambassador and a prominent Russian banker at least once. Kushner's lawyer says he will work with investigators. The closely contested race for the House in Montana comes to a close. Republican Greg Gianforte won the seat just 1 day after being charged with assaulting a reporter. The reporter was sent to the hospital after asking the lawmaker a question about the health care bill. Shortly after, the campaign blamed the reporter for initiating aggressive behavior. Gianforte apologized during his victory speech. Following the incident, his supporters rallied around the campaign, raising $100,000.
New at 7, a Democrat running for lieutenant governor is calling on the state of Virginia to remove and rename Confederate monuments. Susan Platt says if she's elected, she would lead a group that would take down Confederate statues and rename highways and public buildings named for Confederate soldiers. Platt says tax dollars should not be spent celebrating a, quote, rebellion to end slavery. She's running against 2 other Democrats. The primary is June the 13th.
Roanoke's peacemakers will soon be even more visible as they patrol neighborhoods. The group is made up of trained men and women who focus on making the community safer. They focus on high crime areas of the city, patrolling the streets on foot and soon by van.
Our presence itself, the presence of this mobile unit will be a deterrent. If we can't stop it, it will be a deterrent.
Goodwill donated the van to the group. Cuz's Auto Body Repair in Salem is donating all the repair and paint work. It should be complete in a couple weeks.
A group of senior citizens is going to prom. How a local assisted living home is creating a special night. Some local seniors are getting special treatment tonight with a prom. Carrington Cottages in Daleville is hosting its first ever senior prom tonight. We stopped by as volunteers started setting up for the event and residents got glammed up. The activities director says everyone has been looking forward to this special night.
They were excited, just reminiscing and bringing back, high school prom.
Makes me feel good.
Yeah?
Makes me feel happy. I feel like I'm going to the prom.
She looks really excited. You can tell she really loves the makeup and wanting to feel beautiful and young again, and I really enjoy doing that for her.
The senior prom lasts until 8 o'clock tonight.
New at 7, honoring those who help keep the community safe. Exalted Church and Haley Toyota teamed up today to host a lunch for police officers across the Roanoke Valley.
Profession that doesn't get a lot of accolades, but in fact, in today's world, we're seeing a lot of negatives. But we want to say, we appreciate what you do. And
the lunch is held at this time of year because May is Police Appreciation Month. Now look ahead to stories that will make headlines later tonight.
Coming up tonight on WSLS 10 at 11, we're talking about trooper safety on the roads. State police are taking to Twitter for the Move Over 17 campaign, and I'll tell you everything you need to know before leaving your house on vacation this Memorial Day holiday.
Good evening, friends. I'm Storm Team 10 meteorologist Jeff Hadowich. Our Roanoke Carillion cam showing a beautiful evening in store. We are going to be fair. We are going to be very comfortable. Temperature at 77. Dew point though 52. Dew point's pretty low. Look at that. Even the winds are starting to settle down. Winds out of the west at night. We'll talk more about those winds here in a second. Radar picture showing it's a clean sweep. We're not looking at any rain tonight. Even into the first part of tomorrow morning, for instance. I think we're dry. Now, I want to show you that even though we're dry outside today, we are still dealing with the ramifications from the rain here over the last 4 or 5 days or so. The Roanoke River at Randolph, moderate flooding occurring right now. It has crested. The river is trying to recede a little bit right now, but still until Saturday night, we have a river flood warning in effect for the Roanoke River at Randolph. Also for the Dan River at South Boston, a river flood warning, but at the Dan River at South Boston, minor flooding is occurring right now, and minor flooding will continue to occur until we have this fall below flood stage. So the Roanoke River at Randolph is the river that bears the most watching here over the next 12 hours or so. Future tracker showing that overnight tonight. Again, nothing to worry about. Maybe a small increase in cloud cover. I will tell you that tomorrow morning is dry here. You head into West Virginia and you will have the chance for some passing showers. But in the morning for us across the Commonwealth, looks to be a dry start. It's from around noon on where we're going to have the chance for some scattered showers. Initially, it will be just rain from, say, noon to 2:30. After 2:30, we're going to have those showers turn into thunderstorms, and some of those storms could pack a punch as we head into the latter part of the afternoon, even into the early to mid-afternoon hours. By around midnight, just a few leftover showers around. Sunday will start out dry, but mostly cloudy, and then as we head into Sunday afternoon, you guessed it, more showers and thunderstorms will form from noon on, and once again on Sunday, some of those storms could pack a punch. We're looking at the possibility of a severe weather outbreak in areas to our west as we head into tomorrow. Anywhere from Louisville into Evansville, into areas near Cape Girardeau, Missouri, St. Louis, Missouri, Memphis, into Little Rock. That's where we could see a tornado outbreak, a severe weather outbreak. For us here, it's not going to be as bad as it will be out west, but even us here locally in a slight risk for severe weather tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening. Main threats will be damaging wind and large hail. For that festival in the park forecast for Saturday, we're looking at temperatures by 1 p.m. around 80, 84 by 4. And then we're in the 70s from 7 o'clock on. We will have that chance for some thunder showers beginning in the early to mid-afternoon hours, lasting off and on into perhaps even part of the evening. 69 right now in Wytheville, 78 in Danville, 76 Smith Mountain Lake, also into Lynchburg. Winds right now sustained anywhere between around 3 and 14 miles per hour. Winds right now a little bit stronger into the mountains than they are everywhere else. And wind speeds tomorrow will range between around 5 and 12 miles per hour. Again, though, we're looking at those sustained winds. Those wind gusts in any storm that forms in the afternoon could be very, very strong. 80 on Sunday, 83 on Monday. Memorial Day looks to be probably the driest of the 3 weekend days, especially as we head into the afternoon. Dry Tuesday, and then only a minimal chance for a stray thunder shower Wednesday and Thursday.
Today was nice.
Today was nice.
Too bad we can't have that this weekend.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Right?
I mean, that would be outstanding. One other thing I want to talk about over the weekend is the fact that it's also going to turn humid. It's going to be warm and it's going to be humid. It's
Summer,
the official
right?
start, the unofficial start of summer, so I guess it's supposed to be. But
Come on, June
it's gonna be
20th or
That's
something,
the official,
right?
but you know, Memorial Day is the unofficial start, and it's going to feel like those dew points are elevated Saturday.
The season's been wacky anyway.
Yes, it
Thank
has.
you, Jeff.
My pleasure.
A lucky contestant on The Price is Right wins big. How he made history on the game show.